Hello and welcome. In this video today, we are going to go over the LinkedIn basics and principles. I'm going to show you the biggest waste of time that a lot of people are doing, and I'm also going to show you the biggest benefit that most people are actually ignoring on LinkedIn. So let's get started here. This is my profile picture. This is my profile. Now this is the most important part of the LinkedIn process when you're first getting started. This is your profile page. This is your homepage. If this is your website, this would be your website. This is the one where people can go to find out, get to know a little bit about you. There's also how to make your profile search friendly. Now that's very important. And what we're going to do is we're going to reverse engineer how to get more connection requests and how to get more people to say yes to your connection requests. So we're going to start here with the basics. If you notice here, when you first open up your profile page, first thing it does, it gives you an option to edit your profile. So here it's my first name, last name, your headline. I'll show you why that's important. A lot of times people in their headline, they'll put a sentence. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's a good idea. A couple reasons. First of all, it's going to be cut off when people are searching in their other screens. Let me pull that up really quick. So when you go to My Network, I guarantee you on the first page, I'll find one with a sentence. So not on the first three, on the first six. Okay, maybe I overextended myself. All right, maybe I did. But let's find one here. All right, well, maybe I spoke out of turn here, or maybe my the LinkedIn algorithm has figured out I don't click on people that use sentences. But one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people will put is they'll put a whole sentence, like this guy here, third-year student at Florida, or this girl, Jessica, doesn't have her profile picture up yet, and it's a sentence. It cuts you off. So you want to keep it simple. You want to keep it something that's easily searchable. So what I did here is, I have it as my headline. I put insurance, and the Alchemist part is just my favorite book. Rebellion Recruiter. Obviously, if you've ever watched Star Wars, you know that's a reference to Star Wars. But I put recruiter. I have online sales, and I have Jedi Star Wars reference also. And then telesales, Titan, that's mythology. Just shows you, I'm a nerd, but also it shows you all the things that are associated. So when somebody goes search for an insurance person, or somebody goes to search for a recruiter, or somebody goes search for a salesperson, or somebody goes specifically more for telesales, they'll be able to find me. And let me actually just show you what that means right now. So up here on any part of your LinkedIn page, you can go to search and search for people, and it pulls up this screen here. Now this screen here, what most savvy LinkedIn people use, click the all filters. Here you can search for people that are your first connection. So if you want to connect with people that if you want to send an email to people you're already connected with, or if you want to find people in your second connections, meaning that they're a friend of a friend, do not go with third connections, because if you get too many people that say I don't know you, you'll actually get red flagged by LinkedIn. So do not even use this button. I don't even know why it's there. I mention that all the time. But if you want to connect, let's say you made a good connection with some guy named Bob. Let's just type in Bob here. So let's say Bobby Thacker and I are good friends. I want to connect with everybody here. I just click on him, and it'll show me all his connections, but I don't want that, so I can clear this button right here. Or let's say I want to find people just in my city, or let's say I'm moving to a new city. Let's say I'm moving to New York, and I want to connect with people there. You can also do that there. Also with current companies, if I wanted to connect with people that I work with, if I wanted to, let's say I wanted to join State Farm, I could click on them and I could connect with agents that are already working for State Farm here. Or past companies or industry. This is also really important. So that's why your industry is right here also. So, and the good thing about this, guys, is you can change your profile. You can change your headline as often as you want. I changed it back to this one, and just to let you know, the algorithm's going to lower your search, how many times you appear in people's searches, but over time it's going to learn who's going to want to connect with you. So over time, like I have insurance there, it's going to connect with people that are wanting to connect with insurance people, if that makes sense. So You're going to want to put your region, your zip code, your city, your industry, because all this stuff is going to be searchable. It makes you easily searchable. So it's kind of like your SEO for your homepage or your profile pic. So you want to put your languages. That's why this one here asks you what language you speak. I think it's here somewhere. But anyways, so you want to have yourself be easily searchable. People with the same skill set, the same interest, also your school. Sometimes people want to connect with other alumni, but this is the one that's really important too. So obviously, if you want to find people in your own network, obviously you can find somebody. I don't think there's anybody searching to meet other people with certain names, but it's possible. But here with title, that's why I said this is really important. So now if I have people that are looking for insurance people in the title, I'm going to show up. If I have people that are looking for recruiters, I'm going to show up. If I have people looking for online sales or telesales, I'll show up there. Also with company, I'll show you what I did here in a second, and I'll show you why, and also with school too. So if you want to find somebody who went to your school. So we'll finish this page here. I just put on summary. I just try to just made a very general summary about myself, but whatever you want. I hope nobody's grading me for my summary of my English skills, but if they are, I try to keep it professional and clean. But anyways, we'll close that out. The next part is right here. Here's your dashboard. So in the last, I don't know however many times, I don't know how often this gets kept. I think it's every 90 days. So 844 people. I've appeared in 711 searches. Then I have 33 article views. And that was one of the big time wasters I was talking about, is writing articles. There's a couple of different ways if you do want to write articles for you to manage that. If you notice this one here, I wrote last year. It's about a year old. And when I click on it, it doesn't even have that many views. So I wrote it literally almost a year ago, and I've only had 33 views. What I did see somebody do once is they wrote a pretty good article, and what they were doing is they were actually connecting with people, and then they were sending them a message request to check out their article. That's really going to be the only way you can get people to review your articles, because just nobody's clicking on them. Like I said, in the last year, I've only had 33 people that got adventurous and clicked on my article. And it's one of the books I read. I enjoyed the book, so that's why I decided to write an article about it, but I didn't get much out of it, as you can see. Also, you want to put your work experience. Now, keep in mind, I said earlier, you want to find yourself easily searchable. So company. So since I'm an independent agent and I can work for multiple companies, I actually still have all of them as present. Maybe that's not possible for you if you work for a certain company. You want to close them off, like here, like I did it with Lola Bella. This was a store a friend and I opened up. We ended up closing it down last year, but I had people connecting with me, say, hey, I noticed you're a store owner, we do blah blah blah, or whatever they wanted to connect with me with that. So that's why I went by searchable. It's easy for people to find you if it still says present company, or at least if they're wanting to connect with you. So like I said, since I can sell for multiple companies, I still have them all as present. You also want to have your volunteer experience. I volunteered at other places, but this was just my favorite one of my favorite ones to volunteer. But I also didn't want to put like 10 different volunteer places. I'm not trying to, show that I volunteer in a bunch of places. What I don't, I probably volunteer very seldomly compared to some people, but I did want to show I did volunteer there. It's one of my favorite places. You also want to put your skills and endorsements. This is another thing too, guys. Some people are really good about this, some people aren't. But if you want to change that, if you want to add new ones, well, first let's start with add a new skill. So let's say I wanted to also add financial planning. I could do that. If I want to add marketing, let's say I also do marketing strategy. So I just added those to my skills, okay? Another cool thing you can do is you can edit it here and you can move just up to the top. I actually just moved these up because that's what I want to be more well known for, which is sales, insurance, and life insurance. The ones I had were already at like 99 likes or whatever you want to call them. So I just moved those up to the top, but you can change them pretty easily. If you see, I just clicked on it and it moves it up to the top. If I try to click on it now, it only allows you to have 3, so just so you know. But it's pretty simple. It's just a way for people to to endorse you, especially if you have friends and family members. It's easy for them to endorse you, but also if you want clients to do recommendations for you. On languages here, I have English and Spanish. That's the only certification I did, and that's just a LinkedIn certification. They have tons of them. It's part of one of their packages. I forget what it's called, but it's just a way for them to make some extra money. As far as I was concerned, I didn't think that certification actually taught me anything. So, anyways, another thing I wanted to show you is how to edit your public profile and your URL, because you want to make your page easily to find in case you're sharing on other social media. Here you can just put whatever you want it to be. So luckily my name was available, since I'm probably the only Gasper Michelle available. I've Googled myself multiple times and I'm usually the only one, but I wanted to make it simple to find. I put linkedin.com/Gasper/Michelle, so you can change yours to whatever you want to be. And here it's also showing like how do you want to be visible. Like do you want, like for instance, if I Google myself, my LinkedIn page actually is one of the first ones to show up. So you definitely want to keep your page visible in case you meet somebody at a party or networking event. You definitely want them to be able to find you as easily as possible. So that's what I wanted to show you. Those are some of the basics I wanted to show you. Now I want to tell you one of the things that most people are missing the most, and that's actually sending a connection message. If you notice, most people just respond with thank you. Well, we had a conversation there, but not sending a connection message to me is kind of like going to a networking event, collecting a bunch of business cards, but not having a conversation with anybody and not following up with anybody. So I think it's so important, and honestly, like probably 95%, and probably it's well over 90% of people never even send a connection request. So to me, I don't understand what's the point of networking if you're not trying to connect with somebody at a deeper level than just accumulating connections on LinkedIn, which I'll be honest with you, that's what a lot of people, most people haven't started utilizing LinkedIn for some of its capabilities that are built into it. But I think over time it's more important to learn. So hopefully you'll do that. So if you like this video, I'm going to show a couple of other videos. I'm going to make a couple more videos. One on how to get more leads and visits to your website. Also how to find a job on LinkedIn, and also videos on LinkedIn Jail. So if you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you have any questions, comment, and also subscribe. I'll be making more videos like this. All right, thanks.